Jumped out, well, not jumped out, but they've got a 1-point lead as Easton Nielsen actually made a free throw but missed one as well. So there's your first point for the Buckaroos tonight. And MHS actually has the basketball as we are, of course, underway. Who scored that?
Sheldon Black.
Sheldon Black scored. Better dribble coming against Bayfield. Bear with us here a moment, folks. A little bit behind as again right underway during the interview there. So Monticello now leading 3-0. It'll be Buckaroo basketball as we are now officially a minute into this one. So MHS has the 3-0 lead. Now a great pass on the lead. He's going to score his first 2 points of the season as he lays one in on a nice look down low, and Austin was wide open under the basket. The Buckaroos lead it 5-0. Our first time out of the game comes to Bayfield here with 6:49 to go in the first quarter. So the Buckaroos have a good start going. Austin Malloy and Sheldon Black with a couple points. Easton Nielsen adds the free throw. Actually looks like now they did not have Easton Nielsen's other free throw up. So apparently, he made both of those free throws. And so the Buckaroos now actually says 6-0. So that is the situation. Easton Nielsen made both of those free throws. Buckaroos up 6-0 with 6:45 to go in the opening quarter as we get back underway. And here is Bayfield with the basketball. Trey Lane has it. They'll hand out top of the key to Preston Hardy, 6'6" junior. This Bayfield squad has some big guys. We've been talking about that in the pre-game interview. And of course, MHS not too big so far here on the season, or for this year actually. So the Buccaneers have their hands full tonight, but they do have a little bit of a run going, and now a great outlet pass after the Bucks have gotten the defensive board. Henry Early not able to get the right end to go. He was actually defended pretty well as Bayfield came back on the play, but he was fouled on the second shot. So it looks like we're going to get the second foul of the night on Bayfield. And it'll be Tanner Early to the line, and actually that's the first foul of the night apparently on number 40. Preston Hardy for Bayfield as Tanner Early makes the first of the 2 free throws. So he's got 1 point on the season now. He'll try to make it 2 as we speak. And he does. He hits both of those very well. So Early on the board with a couple points. We've got 4 different players on the board now for MHS. And they lead it 8-0 with 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. Here's Bayfield with the basketball back in their offensive end now. And they'll rip it over on the right side to Preston Hardy, the biggest guy on the court tonight for both teams. Big 6'6" junior. And so far, Monticello holding these guys at bay. But we are now going to get a foul. No, this will be a Bayfield foul, actually, coming to Zane Phelps, apparently. So Monticello will get the basketball back with 5:54 to go in the ball game, or in the first quarter, I should say. As we get a couple substitutions into the game. And Monticello now set to inbound this basketball, and they get it into a fresh face out there. He's been out there the whole time, Sheldon Black, excuse me. Monticello did not sub that time, it was Bayfield subbing. And it looks like we're going to get another quick foul here, or did Monticello, it looks like the ball was actually knocked out of bounds. No foul coming. The Buckaroos now back in the offensive end. Another great pass underneath to Austin Malloy. And by the way, the senior lays that one in. That's a couple of great looks down low to Austin Malloy. And Monticello now on top 10-0 here. We're not even 3 minutes into this ball game, and Bayfield mishandles the basketball, knocking it out of bounds. If we go back to last year, of course, Monticello did play this Bayfield team and beat them 55-43 last year. And Monticello right now trying to start the year the same way, although it was actually the third team they faced in this Four Corners Classic last season. But the opening team for Monticello this year being Bayfield. As now the ball knocked out of bounds here after Monticello misses a shot, and it'll stay in possession of the Buckaroos. Monticello is technically the home team tonight, wearing their white uniforms. Bayfield is in their purple unis. Monticello misses a shot from outside. The rebound comes from Easton Nielsen and attempts at 3 points. And now a couple players come together hard and crash into the wall there where the padding is along the brick wall. Boy, Dylan Mon stepped up and put a block on a player, and looks like he'll be called for his first of the night. So a foul to Dylan Mon, and Bayfield will inbound the basketball from their offensive baseline. They get it into the middle. It's mishandled though. Tanner Irving steals it away, and he's all by himself. All the way down court, lays it in. Monticello leads 12-0. So the Buckaroos on a 12-point run to start this season off, and looking pretty good here in the early stages against Bayfield. The Wolverines have it back in the offensive end. They'll hand it out to Preston Hardy, top of the key. They're working over left side. Here's an attempt at 3 points, and it's good for number 30. Now Monticello quickly back the other way, had a shot block. That was Connor Kennedy, by the way, making that 3-point basket and gets Bayfield on the board. So they're now down 12-3 here, as they finally scored, and now here comes another 3-point shot. This one's short. Bayfield almost able to get a defense, or their own offensive rebound underneath the basket. It's going to result in a jump ball, as Austin Malloy was down on the court fighting for that one and forced the jump ball, but it will stay in possession of the Bayfield Wolverines here. So Bayfield will have the basketball in the offensive end. 4:16 to go in the opening quarter. Monticello leading 12-3. The Bucks opened up a 12-0 lead before Bayfield finally just got on the board with a 3-point basket. But now Dylan Mon is going to be guilty of his second foul of the night here in this first quarter. And so Monticello now with 2 fouls as a team, and unfortunately both of those on Dylan Mon, the 5'10 senior for the Buckaroos. Here is Bayfield, put it back in the offensive end now after the foul on Mon. And it's number 30, Connor Kennedy with the basketball, top of the key. And it's bounced down low, and the pass does not reach the intended receiver. It was Noah Latterback, and it'll go out of bounds off of Bayfield. So the Buckaroos will get the basketball back here with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Buckaroos enjoying a pretty decent lead of 8 points here. Excuse me, 9 points. 12-3 it is. As Monticello now works it inside in their offensive end, but a pass doesn't hit the intended mark. They are able to keep it though. Here's a 3-point shot, no good from Austin Malloy. The rebound is kicked away, and Bayfield had it for a moment coming across mid-court, but the Buckaroos were able to steal it back, and Coach Esper quick on the draw there, calls a timeout, as Easton Nielsen was about to be in trouble keeping possession there. And with 3:36 to go, Monticello calls the timeout, leading 12-3 here in this first quarter. So it'll be Buckaroo basketball when we come back to action here in the first quarter. We're glad you've joined us. It's the Four Corners Classic tonight from Montezuma Cortez High School, and MHS trying to open the season with a win here tonight. They did open the season 5-0 last year, and that was completion after the Four Corners Classic. They beat Rich and Wayne at the 1A preview, and then it was Mayamura, Cortez, and Bayfield here at the Four Corners Classic, and those were all 5 winners to open up the year last year. So the Buckaroos a very similar opening to this season, but of course, obviously the Four Corners Classic is coming this weekend before the 1A preview next weekend. So we will be in Richfield next Friday and Saturday as the Buckaroos will see Wayne and Tabiona up at the Superior Baptist Center in Richfield. Monticello missing a shot off the inbound pass, but they get it back on the rebound. Now, kind of a bad pass, but somehow it found its way to Austin Malloy. He misses a shot, and Bayfield comes away with the defensive board this time. Here comes Trevor Gabbert across the timeline with it for the Wolverines, and they'll hand off to Preston Hardy. Hardy works it back out high. Here's another three-point shot. No good this time from Connor Kennedy. He does have the only 3 points tonight so far for Bayfield. Play by Monticello coming back down the other way. Sheldon Black takes a nice pass from Dylan Long, lays it in, and the Bucks are back up by 9 points. Or excuse me, 11 points, I should say, 13-3, with 2:40 remaining in the opening quarter. Now a foul coming to a Buckaroo player. It looks like this is going to be on number 33. And unfortunately, not listed for number 33. He recognized the face, but I can't put a name to it as we speak. And it looks like it's James Brewer, actually. He was not listed on the roster I got from the school. So we'll keep track of James Brewer here. Monticello scores here. He scores out. Missed a basket for Monticello, so we'll have to go down at time and see who scored that basket. Meanwhile, Bayfield back in the offensive end of it. It's 16-3 now for the Buckaroos as the action is fast and furious. And the ball goes out of bounds here, it looks like, on Monticello. So no, it's actually going to be a foul called against the Buckaroos. This will be the second of the night, apparently on Sheldon Black. So Bayfield inbounds the basketball from the offensive baseline, and they'll try to set up a play. Here's a wide open look, but electing not to take the shot from three-point range that time was number 30, Connor Kennedy. Bayfield, meanwhile, got their own rebound after he stepped inside the arc to take a shot, and on the ensuing play, Monticello is going to be guilty of a foul, and this will be on Tanner Erdman. So I got that as his first tonight. Monticello now up to 5 fouls as a team. Bayfield has 4. And so we'll have to go down and get a basket for a player at halftime for Monticello, as it's number 52, actually. Noah Lowther back at the line, missing the first of those 2 free throws here. So one more shot coming from Lowther back. The 6-foot sophomore, and again, Bayfield has a bunch of tall guys on this team, but right now, Monticello out-shooting him. And just as I say that, Lowtherback misses both of his free throws. So 0 for 2 for Lowtherback, and the lead remains 16-3 for Monticello. Here's McCade Malloy with the basketball. Up to Easton Nielsen. He'll put up a shot for 3, no good. And it bounces back out high to McCade Malloy. Now to Austin Malloy, and he puts up a shot for 3 that hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Austin Malloy on the board with his first 3-pointer of the season. He's got 7 so far tonight. And the Bucks lead now 19-3. Bayfield with it back in the offensive end. Another long shot from them, no good. And on the rebound, it bounces right to number 40. The shot off the mark from him as well. Preston Hardy, and Monticello finally gets a defensive board here. McCade Malloy will hand off to Easton Nielsen as the Bucks bring it back into the offensive end. James Brewer hands it off to Nielsen, now all the way across court to Austin Malloy. He misses his jumper, and Easton Nielsen underneath battling hard to get a loose ball. He missed the putback trick. Bayfield now with a defensive board, and back they come to the offensive end. They'll set it up top of the key. There's Connor Kennedy handing off to Preston Hardy. Hardy tries to drive the baseline, but it looks like he's actually going to be fouled. And this will be first of the night on Easton Nielsen. So the Buckaroos already now with 6 fouls. We've still got 39 seconds left in this first quarter. So the Buckaroos in a bit of foul trouble here early as a team. And it'll be Bayfield set to inbound the ball again with 39 seconds to go in the first as they'll work it around up high. And over to the left side now. Driving inside and getting a shot and a foul. Getting a basket and a foul is Connor Kennedy, as he's basically the only guy scoring. He is the only guy scoring so far for Bayfield, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play here. This will be the first foul of the night, apparently on number 5 for Monticello, who I also do not have a number 4, and that's Matt Freestone. So we've got a couple guys missing out of the roster here. We got from Monticello High School, and so we've got Freestone and Jens Brewer in the game, and looks like the foul shot was missed by Bayfield. Monticello back in the offensive end, missing a shot. The rebound goes to Bayfield this time, and the Wolverines coming back the other way. And now a nice steal by Monticello as Everett Hatch goes up to get that one. And it'll now be back to Bayfield as the Buckaroos coming back down the court, throw it out of bounds. And so a tough break for Monticello. They turn it back over with 8 seconds to go in the opening quarter. So Bayfield now with one final possession on the offensive end. Preston Hardy has it, drives toward the basket, and he nails a little jumper right there. So finally somebody besides Connor Kennedy on the board for Bayfield. And that's how the first quarter is going to end. And it's going to be a 12-point lead for the Buckaroos through the first 8 minutes, 19 to 7. So MHS will get set for the second quarter with a 12-point lead here. And Monticello right now being led by Austin Malloy with 7 points. Perfect from the free throw line in that first quarter, 2 of 2 for both Tanner Irving and Easton Nielsen. So that's the way the Buckaroos look after one quarter of play. As we get set for the second quarter, MHS has the 19 to 7 lead. And it's going to be Buckaroo basketball at midcourt, as it'll be Everett Hatch set to inbound this basketball, and he gets it into McCabe Malloy. Malloy handing off to Easton Nielsen. Back to Malloy over to Everett Hatch, and now they'll continue to swing it around up top. As McCabe Malloy, Everett Hatch, and Easton Nielsen just working it back and forth. Now James Brewer in the game there. Looks like the Buckaroos all have players all entirely off the bench right now. There's a nice play on the wing. First points of the night for Matt Freestone. He now has 2, and the Buckaroos on top, 21 to 7. There's a nice shot and a basket for Preston Hardy, though, coming right back the other way for Bayfield. And the Wolverines now pull back to within 12, 21 to 9. So they're keeping the Buckaroos on this. The Minnesota has looked pretty good so far tonight, shooting and passing especially. There's Easton Nielsen missing from long range, though, and for a moment, Everett Hatch had come down to that rebound, but he lost it. And it looks like it's going to end up being a jump ball here, and it will go to Bayfield on alternating possession. So it's 7:09 to go in the first half now. Bayfield Wolverines with the basketball, and they'll work it across the timeline. It's Ted Hagen with the ball. Now it's off around top of the key at Preston Hardy. Basket from junior Dylan Overton as he hits the three-point basket to make it 21 to 12 now. Monticello having the other side almost losing the basketball here in the offensive end, but they're able to recover. Everett Hatch working to get that one, and hand off to Easton Nielsen. Now they're working back down to McCabe Malloy. Now Jens Brewer down in the corner on the left side, and this pass is deflected and intercepted. Here comes Bayfield back as they've got a little momentum going on, but the shot is missed. It's the underside of the rim, and the Buckaroos now trying to get it back down into the offensive end quickly ahead of the Bayfield defense. It was McCabe Malloy dribbling with the basketball there, and he's going to be fouled apparently by Ted Haydinger. That'll be his second of the night. So Haydinger has now, Bayfield has 5 fouls as a team. It's going to send McCabe Malloy to the line, it looks like. I'm not sure. I don't think this is correct. I think the Buckaroos are just going to inbound the basketball. I think there's a bit of confusion here as far as the stat keepers and how many fouls are on each team here. As the referee over here at the scoring table, I think, discussing how many fouls there are. I think this is just going to be an inbound play for Monticello. I don't believe that they're going to be shooting all the foul shots here. That is going to be the case. They'll move the basketball over to the far sideline. With 6:14 to go in this first half of play, Monticello leading 21-12. Austin Malloy set to inbound the basketball. Gets it into his brother. He has a little room to move, but penetrate deep into the Bayfield defense. Now they'll get a pass into the middle. A shot no good from Tanner Early. Here comes Bayfield back quickly. They fire the ball out, to the basket. Shane Allen has got to be able to lay that one in. And now Bayfield making a bit of a comeback here as they're back to within 7 points. Here's MHS with a basket. Pass out high from Austin Malloy to Tanner Early, and he hits a three-point basket. That's a good bucket right there for MHS, as that gives them back the 10-point lead. And now MHS almost steals this away, but it bounces right back into the hands of Ted Haydinger. And Bayfield now with the basketball. And a pull-up jumper, no good from senior Trey Lang. Monticello with the defensive board back, they come the other way. Easton Nielsen spins around at the baseline, misses a shot, and a couple players get tied up together fighting for the rebound, and it looks like this is going to be a foul on Monticello here. And it will be a 1-and-1 for Bayfield. It will be, I believe this foul will be on number 5, Matt Freestone. 2 fouls on Freestone now, and again, the Buckaroos with 8 fouls as a team, 5:15 still to go in this first half of play, and now Preston Hardy is at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And the front end is on the way, he missed it, so that's a break for him in chest. There'll be no further foul shots from Bayfield. The Buckaroos with the defensive board as well. Now Austin Malloy drives through traffic, goes to the basket, slips a shot up high and in. And MHS increases the lead back to 12 points again, 26-14. So Bayfield has gone on a bit of a run, and they've made this a ball game. And now Bayfield's going to throw it away back in their offensive end as it sails out of bounds. But Monticello has wrestled the momentum back a little bit. And they're going to get the basketball back here with 4:49 to go in the first half. And again, the Buccaneers back up on top by 12 after Bayfield had trimmed the lead down to 7 points. Here's Easton Nielsen down in the left corner. Everett Hatch puts up a 3-point shot but misses everything. Bayfield gets the loose ball. Ted Haydinger comes back down into the offensive end. Now Bayfield pulling up for a jumper. That was Haydinger. And missed it. Monticello another defensive board. The Buccaneers are out rebounding Bayfield right now, playing pretty well up under the boards. And it looks like as Austin Malloy drives to the basket here, he's going to be fouled. And I believe this will be on number 14, Zane Phelps. And this will be his second of the night. So Phelps has 2 fouls. Monticello set to inbound the basketball again from the offensive baseline. And from here on out, whether either team commits a foul, the other team will be shooting. Monticello misses from long range here. Tanner Early missing from 3-point land. Bayfield with a defensive board and with 4:10 to go, they're back in the offensive end. Pull-up jumper is good for Preston Hardy. Bayfield back to within 10. Monticello quickly back in the offensive end. Tanner Early missing again though. And Bayfield back the other way with the defensive board. So they've got a chance to pull back to within 7 digits again here. And not able to for the moment. The Buckaroos end up knocking the loose ball out of bounds though after Bayfield had missed that first shot. And so Monticello missing an opportunity to get possession back here, and it'll be Preston Hardy set to inbound the ball. He does, and a quick shot is no good from Dylan Hoselton. Back comes Monticello the other way. Easton Nielsen takes a nice pass, hits the basket on the run with a little left-handed lay-in, and he'll also shoot one to make it a to try to make it a 3-point play, as Nielsen will go to the line. He's got 4 points on the night now. He'll try to make it 5 right here, and that's the first foul of the night on Dylan Hoselton. So Nielsen trying to complete a 3-point play here. And the shot on the way, and that one is good. So make it 29-16. Bayfield coming back the other way, throws the ball away. And so MHS will get a break here. They'll get the basketball back. 3:36 to go in the first half of play. Monticello jumped out on top in this one 12-0 before Bayfield was even on the board. And so it's been fairly even since then. Monticello maybe even has lost the edge of it. Bayfield definitely had a swing when they were coming back. And now the Buckaroos hard on the basketball here and ended up stealing it away. But now I think there's going to be a travel. Yes, there will be a travel called on Bayfield, so the Bucks are going to get it back. Great work by the Buckaroo defense pressing here in the forecourt to force the turnover, not once but twice. Even though they mishandled it the first time they got it back, they'll actually get it back to inbound here from the offensive baseline. Austin Malloy spots a man up high, and now Malloy will get the basketball back. They work it around to Turner early on the left side. And here's Austin Malloy for three, no good as they worked it over there now from a flat-footed effort by Easton Nielsen after a rebound there. He was a little jumper, or it wasn't a jumper. He was standing on the court with Monticello. 31-16 is the lead now. MHS gets a defensive board by the mishandle, and Bayfield back with it in the offensive end, but they throw it away. Monticello throws it right back to midcourt. Look at this pass right through traffic, and a nice little finger roll for Easton Nielsen as the Buckaroos on a bit of a run now. 33-16 the score, so MHS back up on top by 17 here. And it looks like we're going to get a foul against Monticello as Bayfield is bringing it back into the offensive area. This will be the second of the night on turning early. And it will put Preston Hardy to the line to shoot a couple here. Or shoot 1-and-1, I should say. Hardy's shot on the way and off the mark, so 0 for 2, I believe, now tonight. Monticello back into the offensive end. Keep control of the basketball, but apparently it was knocked out of bounds by Bayfield. So the Buckaroos will keep possession here. Inbound from the offensive baseline. James Brewer with it to Austin Malloy right side. Easton Nielsen. Nielsen puts up a long shot from three-point range, no good. And the rebound goes to Bayfield. Ruben Renneria. Working into the offensive end. Renneria gets a pass back, pulls up for a jumper, off the glass, no good. And the rebound bounces out to the sideline. Austin Malloy runs out there to grab it. He will walk it across the timeline for MHS with just under 2 minutes to go in the opening half. This is the opening half of the Buckaroo season. The winner of this game is going to play the winner of tonight's second game at noon tomorrow. The two losers of these first two games will play each other at 10:30 in the morning. So you want to win this one and have the later game in the afternoon tomorrow, instead of having to drive in the early morning to come over here for a 10:30 a.m. tip-off. So right now it's looking okay for Monticello as they've got most of the momentum in this one and the 17-point lead. There's Bayfield with the basketball back in the offensive end though after Monticello traveled with it. Missing a shot that time, moving through this Bayfield on the rebound. Noah Lotherback was manhandled, and that'll be an obvious foul on Monticello. And it'll be apparently on number 33 for the Buckaroos, James Brewer, and that's his second foul of the night. And it puts number 52 Lotherback to the line to shoot what is now a two-foul shot situation. He misses the first one. And so he'll have one more, as that is Monticello's 10th foul as a team. So from here on out, for these remaining a minute 21 seconds, Bayfield will be shooting two no matter what kind of Monticello commits, and Lotherback makes the second of the two. So it's now 33-17. The Buckaroos quickly back, missing a lay-in though. It was James Brewer attempting there. After the Bucks have quickly got it underneath the basket, and now we're going to get another Monticello foul apparently. As this will be on number 25, Tyler Bird. And so two foul shots coming for Ted Haginger. With 1:10 to go in the first half, and Monticello leading 33-17. First shot on the way is good for Haginger. So he's on the board now with 1 point. 5'10" sophomore. And it's going to be hitting the second shot on the way and good. So a couple of foul shots are good for Haydinger. Bayfield back to 14 points. Monticello with it in the offensive end. James Brewer looking right side. He's going to have the ball stripped away, but not legally, as that's going to be the third foul of the night on Haydinger here in this first half. So a couple guys for Bayfield also in a bit of foul trouble here, as we've had a bunch of fouls here in this first half. And that again is the third on Haydinger. So it'll be James Brewer to the line here for a 1-and-1. And so Brewer set for foul shots. Makes the first. Brewer's going to get another shot here. And increases the lead to 34-19. James Brewer set for one more foul shot with 57 seconds to go in the first half, and he makes that as well. So Brewer perfect from the line so far. And it's going to be Bayfield basketball with 50 seconds remaining in the half. So it leads 35-19. So it's back up to a 16-point lead again. As they're going to call a foul on Monticello here. Looks like they're going to call James Brewer apparently for a foul. I'm surprised there, as it was a Bayfield player falling out of bounds with the basketball. And all of a sudden, James Brewer with 3 fouls. And this will put number 52 to the line to shoot a couple. Noah Latherback for Bayfield. And he misses on the first here. He's not shot very well from the free throw line so far tonight. I believe that's his third trip. And he's only made one. James Brewer is going to come out for Monticello, replaced by Brian Tanner. And it'll be one more shot coming now from Noah Latherback. It is good. He's 1 of 2 there. He's got 2 points. The lead is 35-20 for the Buckaroos here, as we're winding down the final half minute of play here in this first half. And the Buckaroos passing the ball pretty well here. Now an outside shot coming, no good. The loose ball goes to Bayfield. 25 seconds to go in the first half. The Wolverines quickly back down to the basket, but they miss a laying try, and Monticello on a defensive board coming back the other way. Bayfield steals it midcourt, and they'll work it back into the offensive end, but Monticello steals back after a Bayfield missed pass, and weaving his way through the defense is Tyler Bird for Monticello, but he's not able to penetrate to the basket, and now the Buckaroos will try to work one around, but they're running out of time, and now he's going to do it. They didn't notice how much time was left on the clock. And the first half comes to a close. Let's take a moment here before we take a break to let you know that our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by the Schaefer Auto Clinic, featuring computer diagnostics, engine rebuilding, radiator and air conditioner repair, and more. Also tonight, Blue Mountain Chiropractic, providing chiropractic care to both Monticello and Blanding, along with sports injury and allergy treatments. Also tonight, the San Juan Record, San Juan County's hometown newspaper since 1915. It's no big deal. Yeah, no problem. Okay, you said that. I'll do my best to get past 7 if it's getting close. All right. and gentlemen, Rex Sifford welcoming you back live to Montezuma Cortez High School. And I do apologize for not being able to get the halftime stats for you, but it was a little bit complicated down at the scores table. Seems like everybody had some mismarkings, and not only that, but we've got a bit of a disjointed start to the second half as well. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Looks like they've got a problem going with the clock here. There was a play. Monticello actually threw the ball away and turned it over out of bounds, and so, but no time expired off the clock, and so we're going to, actually now I guess we're starting the first half right now. So it's going to starts. And so basically we're just starting the second half with Bayfield in possession, and Monticello steals it away. Easton Nielsen got the hit out there and knocked the ball away. And they'll swing it back into the offensive end. The Buccaneers again wearing home white uniforms here tonight. They are technically the home team. And here's a shot that goes in right off the top. Sheldon Black scoring for Monticello. And it's up to 37-20 now. That's the way Monticello wanted to start this second half. They got the 17-point lead back. And it's Bayfield now on the offensive end with it. Wolverines having a look from Preston Hardy. The Bayfield team has shown no cause about shooting from outside, but Monticello steals it again. That ball is Lawson. Goes down court and lays that one in. He's got 9 points. That's a tie for the scoring rundown. 3 different players for the Buccaneers with 3 points each. Austin Malloy, Tanner Early, and Easton Nielsen. So MHS has been scoring quite early often in this one. Now basket from Zane Phelps for Bayfield, but quickly back the other way. It's going to be Austin Malloy answering right back. And Bayfield with it back in the offensive end now. We're just a minute and a half into this third quarter. 41-22 in favor of the Buckaroos, as Bayfield now has it in the offensive end. Preston Hardy tries to swing away from Dylan Maughan. He missed the shot, missed everything in fact, and Tanner Early comes down with the loose ball. Dylan Maughan trying to work across the timeline. What a play, as Maughan fell down, but he let the ball go, then he just kind of swatted it ahead to Easton Nielsen. Now Nielsen goes back, it's good. Easton Nielsen nails a 3-point basket. He's got the scoring lead now of 11 points. And Monticello's on top by 22 here, 44-22. They're doubling up the Bayfield Wolverines with 6:07 to go in the third, as Monticello has been on a couple runs during this game. Again, they started it off a 12-0 run, and the Buckaroo offense has been so far a little bit too much for Bayfield to handle here tonight. Our broadcast from the Four Corners Classic in Cortez this evening, brought to you in part by High Altitude Communications, your Four Corners communications experts, featuring two-way mobile radio rentals, programming, installation, and more. They're a certified Wilson Electronics dealer and installer. You can reach them on the phone at 414-0422 or on the web at highaltitudecommunications.com. Also tonight, the San Juan Pharmacy, meeting all of Monticello and Blanding's pharmaceutical and gift needs. Also tonight, Blue Mountain Foods, Monticello's hometown grocer, featuring fresh produce, meats, deli, and bakery items daily with specials every week. Also this evening, Countywide Realty, with 5 local agents. They've been meeting all of San Juan County's real estate needs for almost 20 years. That was a Bayfield timeout, by the way, and again, thanks to all the underwriters. We really appreciate you, and our support. We can't do this. Thank you very much. Bayfield with it back in the offensive end. So they're pick up a quick passing play. Into the middle, under the basket, and laying it in is Dylan Hoselton. Monticello trying to come back quickly, but they'll have to reverse direction here as Easton Nielsen ran into a wall of Wolverines. Nielsen ended up getting the ball down in the right corner, missed the 2-point shot, and Bayfield back the other way. Preston Hardy is going to be called for an offensive charge here now. He went to a shot and ran over Dylan Maughan. So Hardy's going to be called for his second personal foul of the night. And it'll be Monticello basketball here to inbound with 5:29 to go in this third quarter. And the Buckaroos leading by 20, 43-24. That's what I have. They've got 44-24 up on the board, so I'm not sure how I got that incorrect. Anyway. be turned over now. Monticello mishandling it out of bounds over there. I guess they must have given Easton Wilson a 2-point. Nope, I had him for a 2-point shot. So I missed that myself. That was a 3-point shot from Easton Wilson. So we'll try that again. And it's 44-24 like it should be. Monticello's going to be guilty of a foul meanwhile right here, and they've got it as the first on Tanner Erdley, but that's not what I have at all. I would have to tell you it is Dylan Hoselton making the first of 2 free throw shots here. Yeah, now they're taking that off the scoreboard. I think they're possible. Well, I'm not sure. They've got Tanner Erdley for just 1 shot. I'm not sure how they're having for 3 but 2 foul shots made by Dylan Hoselton. And Monticello has the ball knocked out of bounds, I should say, as they try to transition back into the offensive end. 1 foul for each team here in this second half now. The Buckaroos get it up top, and the 3-point basket is good from Sheldon Black. As Monticello shooting well from long range here in this second half, and it's now a 21-point lead. MHS 47-26, as that's basically where we've been lately. And it's really starting to look like Monticello's going to be playing at noon tomorrow instead of 10:30, as Bayfield now throws this one out, ends up knocking it out of bounds, and Monticello will get the basketball back. Now, Austin Malloy's pass was deflected for a moment, but it still found its way to Sheldon Black. Now they'll work it down low on the right side to Malloy. Austin misses the jumper. A nice defensive work from Preston Hardy. Bayfield will work it back across the timeline amidst some Buckaroo defensive traffic. There's a 3-point shot, no good, but it bounces right back out to the man who shot it. And that was number 24, Trevor Gathered, and he ends up following up his own shot with a bucket. And it's now 47-28 in favor of Monticello. MHS has it back in the offensive end. Dylan Mon, top of the key. Over left side, Easton Nielsen. Now Tanner Erdley, back to Nielsen. Back to Mon, top of the key. Makes a move through defense, into the paint. Can't get the shot to go. They battle for the rebound on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball here from right inside the paint. Tanner Erdley was down there battling with Preston Hardy and another Bayfield player, Dylan Hoselton. And it'll be Bayfield basketball on alternating possession with 3:51 to go in the third quarter now. Monticello on top, 47-28. Here are the Wolverines setting it up in the offensive end. Now they try to force it down low. It's going to be knocked away, but Monticello can't complete the steal. Preston Hardy works his way into the lane. It looks like they're going to call a foul on Tanner Erdley. As Erdley will be guilty of and what I thought would be his 4th foul at this point. They've got him now for 2, so I'll leave it just like it is. Somehow, apparently, there must have been some fouls that were marked for the wrong team in that first half by the scorers table. And that big shot right out of the corner is going to be good for Bayfield right off the inbound play there. And that's Ryan Kennedy. Bayfield back to within 17 points, 47-30. Now the basketball knocked out of bounds by Bayfield as Monticello got it back in the offensive end. And it'll be Sheldon Black to inbound this time to Austin Malloy. And I work it back to Black. Now a couple of one-touch passes as Monticello works it around the perimeter. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. The Bucks lead 47-30. As Dylan Mon hits a 3-point basket, and the Buckaroos are shooting well from 3-point range here in this third quarter. I believe they've made 3 3-point baskets here of late. And now Bayfield trying to answer right back. The shot is no good from Zane Phelps. And the rebound from Monticello's number 14, Everett Hatch. Now to Easton Nielsen, a long shot is off the mark. It didn't hit anything, but the Buckaroos bat the rebound back out to Dylan Mon. So MHS keeps possession in the offensive end. And it's Easton Nielsen, top of the key. He's almost double teamed. They'll find Hatch. Now to Dylan Mon. Mon all the way across court. Sheldon Black for 3. That one rims out. and it bounces to Austin Malloy. So the Buckaroos with back-to-back offensive boards here. Now a no-look pass into the middle from Austin Malloy to Sheldon Black, who misses the shot, but another offensive board for Monticello as Everett Hatch comes down with that one. They continue to work it around the perimeter now for back-to-back three-point baskets for them, and make it 53-30 for Monticello with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bayfield, meanwhile, back in the offensive end, but it's stolen away by MHS. Austin Malloy on the run, over-under, can't get the shot to go, but he does draw the foul. And Malloy will go to the line here on a Bayfield foul. And this will be apparently on Dylan Hoselton. So it should be his second of the night. Of course, everything's up in the air now. Nope, I think everything was reset. I think that's what happened. I think somehow everything on the clock got reset, and that was possibly our problem. It was possibly our problem to start this half. And so Austin Malloy, missing the first of his 2 free throws, will have one more shot. And indeed, so I guess the foul statistics are going to be incorrect on the scoreboard for the remainder of the night as Austin Malloy makes one of the 2 runs. He now has 12 points. That's a tie for the scoring lead with Easton Nielsen as Preston Hardy forces his way through the Buckaroo defense for Bayfield, trying to answer that. He can't do so. And it's going to be a foul on Monticello, it looks like here. So very possibly Tanner Erdley could indeed have 4 fouls here. Again, all these fouls are going to be registering as the first of the night, apparently, since we had some sort of issue with the scoreboard. Bayfield, though, inbounds the basketball. That's what's important here. 100 seconds to go in the third quarter. Monticello on top by 24 points. And as Bayfield too hard off the glass, no good from Preston Hardy. McCabe Malloy wrestles the ball out from traffic, and MHS came back down 5-on-2, but somehow they threw the basketball away, and guess what? 2 players for Bayfield had fallen down back in the defensive end, so they were wide open for a pass, and it's Preston Hardy just to get an easy lay-in there, and pull Bayfield back to within 22 points, 54-32 now. As Monticello has it quickly back in the offensive end. Everett Hatch gets it to McCabe Malloy. Now Easton Nielsen from right underneath the basket, but he's guarded tightly, and the shot is blocked away by Preston Hardy. Bayfield's going to get that loose basketball and bring it back into the offensive end. Here's Hardy trying to spin his way through the defense. Can't make it happen. Hands it back out high. And now they hit a 3-point basket, and I believe that must have been number 20, Ted Havinger, hitting a 3-pointer. So make it 54-35. Monticello going to try to answer back. Dylan Long had a wide open look, but missed from long range. Now Bayfield back the other way, and shorter than Dylan Long that time was number 12 for Bayfield, Roland McGahee, and he really pounded Dylan Long. And that'll be the 3rd foul of the night on Mon. It'll put McGahee to the line to shoot a couple here. And the first one rims out, so no good there. We'll have one more shot coming. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by San Juan Health Services, providing emergency and continued care to San Juan County for almost 55 years at the San Juan Hospital and Clinic and Blanding Spanish Valley Project Treatment. So both of their free throw, one of 2 there for McGahee. Monticello quickly back in the offensive end now. And missing a shot, so the Buccaneers shooting has fallen off in the last 2 possessions. And the door open for Bayfield. Now score again. Has a nice pass underneath. And laying that one in was number 14, Zane Phelps. So Monticello now trying to answer back. And the Bucs shot no good, right at the buzzer for 3 points. Easton Nielsen, so that's how the third quarter is going to end, and it was fast and furious. It ends up 54-38 in favor of Monticello through 24 minutes here. And so we're set for the final period. The Buckaroos leading it by 16 points. Tate Havinger. That's going to be my guess. They've got it misspelled everywhere, even on the coach. The roster that I actually received from Bayfield, so They make it tougher for the official. Then it's a 4-point night so far for Zane Phelps. And a 2-point night for both Trey Lang, Noah Louderback, and then 1 point so far tonight for Brody McGahee. And they start the fourth quarter, so we'll have to get to Monticello's stats at some later time. And again, my apologies on that, ladies and gentlemen, as we've got to start the next quarter of play. Monticello has possession to start. There's a great little field number 25, Tyler Bird, as he hits that one from right at the free throw line. Monticello leads 56-38. There's a pass underneath. The shot is blocked away by the Buckaroos. And that was number 45 knocking that one out of the way, Eli Johnson. So another fresh face out for Monticello. Seems like they basically put everybody on the roster. Going to get this loose basketball as Bayfield misfires again. So quickly Monticello transitions back into the offensive end. Eli Johnson hands off to Bird. He had a shot blocked, but a great job by Johnson to knock it back away and get possession back. Now Bayfield will just allow this one to go out of bounds as Preston Hardy just kind of stood there in the way. Number 25, Tyler Bird. Wolverines get possession. They get it back in the offensive end. Off the ball foul here, I believe. Nope, I guess 3-second violation. And it'll be Monticello basketball once again. Eli Johnson inbounds this one. They'll swing it over left side to Johnson again, and Everett Hatch missed a shot off the top of the backboard there. And Bayfield gets the loose basketball back into the offensive end. They'll play out to the top of the key. They'll work it inside, or try to anyway. It's number 14 with the basketball down there. Zane Phelps. They'll hand to Preston Hardy. Now over on the right side for three. No good from Tate Abraham. Now back out to Preston Hardy. He'll try to get it inside. Monticello with some tight defense down there. They're finally going to call a foul on the Buckaroos. And this will be on Bird, the second of the night. As the Buckaroos fifth foul. As we are now in the fourth quarter. And so Bayfield just inbounds the basketball. They'll set one up, but they mishandle off the fingertips of Zane Phelps and out of bounds as they try to get a pass to it and did not work on that. And so Monticello gets it back. Now they'll try to swing it down low, and a little miscommunication that time between Tyler Bird and Matt Freestone, and that ball goes out of bounds on the Buckaroos. Bayfield gets it back into the offensive end here. Preston Hardy trying to set one up with the Wolverines. They'll continue to work it around the perimeter here. And now it comes into the middle, and it's going to be intercepted as that ball was partially deflected. And Monticello takes possession. They'll swing it back into the offensive end. Tyler Bird, top of the key. The lane open for a moment, but then close right back up. I thought he might take a shot, but again, Monticello doesn't have size on this Bayfield Wolverine team, that's for sure. Nice hard work underneath the basket that time by Matt Freestone. He couldn't get the shot to go, but he had two attempts down there and ends up drawing a foul on Bayfield. So a two-shot situation for Matt Freestone here. And the third foul of the night on Preston Hardy. And it'll be Freestone to shoot two, and he nails the first of the two. 57-38 now is the score in favor of the Buckaroos, and just 5:42 remaining in this basketball game. Freestone's second shot on the way is also good. So back-to-back free throws for Freestone. He's got 4 on the night now. Buckaroos lead by 20. 58-38. Looks like we're going to get a foul on Monticello here. I think this will be on number 45 for the Buckaroos, Eli Johnson. It's his first of the night. And so Bayfield now with the basketball, inbounding from the offensive baseline. The shot to go. Nice rebound that time from Tyler Bird. And back come the Buckaroos into the offensive end. As Bird fought hard for that one, he was able to get the rebound. Now the Buckaroos have it set up here. They're swinging it around the perimeter. It's number 33, Jens Brewer with the basketball on the right corner. Now they swing it out inside the Brewer, and he's able to land a little fadeaway jumper. And that makes it 60-38. Bayfield, meanwhile, trying to answer right back as they quickly got it to the basket, but the shot rolls off the front of the rim, and the Buckaroos will transition back into the offensive end after another defensive board. Monticello has been rebounding pretty well here tonight, out rebounding Bayfield for most of this basketball game. MHS had a couple opportunities right there to score, but not able to do so. However, Bayfield will come back with the basketball into their offensive end. Now, long shot from Preston Hardy is no good. The rebound bounces to Tyler Bird. He'll swing it out through traffic, and he's going to be fouled by Preston Hardy right at midcourt. So that, I believe, will be Hardy's 4th of the night. Maybe 5th. I'm not sure. He is going to come off. So apparently his 4th foul. And it'll be Monticello basketball to inbound here. That is the 6th. Oh, excuse me. Monticello has 6 fouls as a team here in this second half. So from here on out, Bayfield will be shooting at least a 1-and-1 as Monticello's shot rims out that time. Number 13, Brian Tanner. Bayfield gets the loose ball. They'll swing back into the offensive end. Look at a nice drive to the basket. And 2 points for Tate Haydinger. Monticello now back in the offensive end with it. McCade Malloy. They'll swing it back that high. The Buckaroos lead is still 20, 60-40. After these two teams exchanging a couple baskets back and forth. Then Tyler Bird is good. He's got 4 on the night. Bayfield quickly back in the offensive end. It's a 22-point lead. A travel called on number 12 for Bayfield. Cody McGahee. Basketball goes back to Monticello now with 3:47 remaining in the ball game and a 62-40 lead. So, barring some sort of a major miracle here tonight at Montezuma Cortez High School, it looks like the Buckaroos will be playing at noon tomorrow against the winner of tonight's final game, which begins after this one gets finished. MHS with it in the offensive end, down to 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. The Bucks going this way and travel. Again called on Bayfield, and again it's Brody McGahee that goes to the And so MHS now will have a chance to get the basketball back. They'll inbound from their side, on the defensive side, I should say, of midcourt, and really pressing for Bayfield. So Tyler Bird and Eli Johnson have an easy play to get it inbounds, and now they'll set one up in the offensive end. A good pass and a great two-hand jumper for Tyler Bird as he hits that one from right by the free throw line. And Buckaroo shooting has been pretty good here tonight. It's a 24-point lead, I should say, 64-40, with just over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Monticello has really had the momentum for the rest of this game as they block a shot now from right down underneath the basket, and on the rebound, and then the shot coming from Bayfield, no good. It looks like they're going to get a foul against the Wolverines underneath the basket. This will be on number 52, Noah Lotherback. He got that as his first of the night. Of course, there won't be any other indication from the scoreboard as they apparently had some sort of a major issue at halftime. They had all the stats reset. Now the Buckaroos miss a shot out of the corner. Tanner missing one from the right side. Bayfield comes away with the loose ball. They'll put up a long shot for Wood. Back to Bayfield, fighting his way to the basket. That time was Zane Phelps, but he can't get the shot to go. The Buckaroos take it away from him. And coming back down into the offensive end, Jens Brewer's shot is going to be blocked from just to the right of the basket. And Bayfield steals that one away. Now Bayfield's pass is deflected, and it's going to be recovered over on the far side and nicely inside to number 24, Trevor Gabbard, who scores a nice easy lay-in. All of Monticello's defense had pursued the basketball to the sideline, but was able to be grabbed by Bayfield. Now with an athletic shot here by Tate Haydinger. That one was off the mark, though, and as Monticello gets the rebound and starts the transition back into the offensive end, I believe Coach Esplin calls a timeout here. With 1:53 to go in the game, the Buckaroos on top by 22 points. It is 64-42 in favor of Monticello, and really this has been mainly Monticello here tonight. As the Buckaroos now, with this timeout, we'll let you know that our broadcast tonight is brought to you in part by the Schaefer Auto Clinic, featuring computer diagnostics, engine rebuilding, radiator and air conditioning repair, and more. Also, Blue Mountain Chiropractic, providing chiropractic care, and branding, along with sports injury and allergy treatments. The San Juan Record, San Juan County Swantown newspaper for almost a century, online at sjnews.com. Blue Mountain Meats, handling all of Monticello's food service and custom processing needs for 59 years and featuring bulk food purchases. With the Empire Electric Association, member of the Touchstone Energy Cooperative, a leader in advocating energy conservation in the Four Corners area since 1939. It's almost 75 years, folks. In fact, this year it will be 75 years. They're back underway here after Monticello's timeout. Now, a little bit of a miscue here from the Buckaroos, and that one's going to sail out of bounds. So the Buckaroos will lose possession here. Bayfield will get it back. It's going to be the Wolverines working it into the offensive end. Everybody's off the bench here now. I believe that's in the game for both teams. As we're into minute 22, and this one looks like we're going to get a jump ball into the basket as they battled back and forth for it. Bayfield have tried to shoot up a couple shots there. Not able to get that to happen. And the Wolverines on alternating possession will keep it here in the offensive end, but the inbound pass is going to be promptly knocked away by Sheldon Black, and so my apologies on that. Sheldon Black was actually in the starting five tonight for Monticello, and Bayfield now gets it back in after Black knocked it out of bounds. So the Wolverines trying to set one up, just over a minute to go in this ball game. Now here's a basket and a foul for the Wolverines, and it's going to put Lowther back to the line to try to complete a three-point play. And this will be a foul on number 4 for MHS, and that is Nolan Freestone. And the foul shot, meanwhile, is missed by number 52, Nolan Freestone. The Buckaroos are going to get the loose basketball. They'll swing it into the offensive end and try to set something up here. Long shot is good off the glass, and then a three-point basket from Sheldon Black. He's got 12 on the night. That's a three-way tie for the scoring lead now between Austin Malloy, Sheldon Black, and Easton Nielsen. They've been pretty stellar, all of them tonight in the shooting department. 67-44 now. And Bayfield loses it as they get it back down into the offensive end. So this will be Monticello basketball as Tobin Esplin inbounds it. Now they'll get it into the offensive end. Andrew Torres ends up with it. Now they'll swing it down low. And the shot off the mark from Nolan Freestone now. Here comes Bayfield back with the loose basketball into the offensive end. It'll be number 10 for the Wolverines. They'll swing it down on the right side. This ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. That was Lucas Webb with it over for Bayfield. I think Sheldon Black was able to knock it out of bounds, but apparently he took an elbow to the nose. He's going to have to go to the locker room, and he'll be replaced by Dylan Maughan. He did not stop. He just ran straight to the locker room there. Apparently got pumped in the nose and had some bleeding started. We're going to get a foul on Monticello here. I believe Bayfield gets the basketball in. But meanwhile, we're down to just 18 seconds to go in this contest. This has been a pretty quick game here tonight. So far, we've only been in action about an hour and a half after they got started. Or I guess we started pretty much on time, so an hour and 15 minutes actually at this point. It's making a foul shot here for Bayfield is number 44, Renteria. He's got one more shot, that one off the mark. Monticello has to save it from going out of bounds, but they're not able to. And so Bayfield is going to get the basketball here in the offensive end. With 15 seconds to go. So they're not going to be coming back. The Buckaroos are going to win their opening game of the season here tonight. No doubt about that. We're in the final 5 seconds now. Billy Mon will hand off over on the right side. And now Mon will take one final shot from 2-point range. He is on the move. Time expires. And that's how it comes to a close tonight. The final is going to be 67-45 for the Monticello Buckaroos as they open up the year 1-0 on the season with the big win here tonight over Bayfield. And we will momentarily get to your stats here.